Clerics condemn buying of Ondo Monarch, urge Yorubas to unite with Igbo against a common enemy. So I was reading the story of this man yesterday, and his wife escaped. He said because we wanted to pursue the wife as well, and the woman said the voices were Hausa people. They were speaking Hausa, and they tried to shoot the man. They shot him, but the bullet was not penetrating, and they now used heavy something to hit his head. That was when he finally lost his life. Can imagine? This country, God help us, you will go into a palace and buy a whole king. It is well, Igbo clerics, under the umbrella of concerned Igbo Ministers Commission, have condemned the buying of Ondo State Monarch, Oba K1LL1NG. Oba Falodun, the Alagamo of Agamo in Akure North local government area of Ondo State, was shot dead on Wednesday by gunmen. He was not shot dead. Who invaded the palace? Reacting to the development, the concerned Igbo Ministers Commission, in a statement signed by Reverend Tony Uzo Anthony, warned that the jihad Nnamdi Kanu foretold has spread to Yoruba land in the southwest. Yes, so they are everywhere now. They might even be in Lagos and waiting for action. It is well. The Igbo monarchs urged the Yoruba to unite with the Igbos to fight a common enemy. The religious leader expressed regret that Nnamdi Kanu's warning about the spread of Islamic jihad was ignored by the authorities and instead used as evidence to convict him of terrorism. The concerned Igbo Ministers Commission expressed profound sorrow and outrage over the cold-blooded assassination of His Royal Majesty Oba K1LL1NG, the Alagamo of Agamo community in Akure North local government area of Ondo State. This respected traditional ruler was slaughtered in his own palace on February 18, 2026 by suspected Fulani terrorists, commonly referred to as bandits, who invaded his domain. Eyewitness account described armed men speaking Hausa operating in the exact pattern of the marauding Fulani jihadist elements is that have terrorized communities across Nigeria for years. We extend our deepest condolences to the grieving family, the people of Agamo, the entire Ondo State, and the broader Yoruba nation. No community deserves such barbarity. Yet, as concerned Igbo ministers who have sworn to defend life, liberty and justice, we cannot remain silent on the preventable nature of this tragedy. Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of Biafra, has for over a decade issued clear prophetic warnings about the systematic Fulani jihadist agenda to overrun Nigeria, seize ancestral lands and impose Fulanization through terror. Those warnings, broadcast on radio Biafra and played in open court, were not hate speech. They were accurate intelligence ignored at Nigeria's peril. The very judge who presided over Nnamdi Kanu's case. Those warnings, broadcast on radio Biafra and played in open court, were not hate speech. They were accurate intelligence ignored at Nigeria's peril. This very judge who presided over Nnamdi Kanu's case and handed him a life sentence on trumped-up terrorism and treason charges, Justice James Omotosho, an indigene of Ondo State, now watches this same Fulani terrorist strike at the heart of his own community. They should even go and visit his family members if it's possible. Allah baby and the global Igbo family mourn this loss. We must stay plainly at justice. Omotosho and Yoruba political leaders prioritize justice by facilitating the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. This monarch would likely still be alive today, the statement said. According to the Clerics, Kanu's voice is the only force that terrifies the sponsors of jihadists in government. He is continuing the legal detention as emboldening these terrorists, allowing the jihad be repeatedly exposed to spread from the Middle Belt into the southwest. The blood of Oba K1LL1NG cries out from the ground in Ondo State, a direct consequence of the injustice meted out to Nnamdi Kanu, the cleric added. The concerned Igbo Ministers Commission demanded the immediate and unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from the Sokoto Medium Correctional Facility and an international investigation into the Fulani terrorist network operating with impunity across Nigeria. The Clerics also urged Yoruba leaders, including Southwest governors and traditional rulers, to publicly join the call for Kanu's freedom and end the dangerous narrative that positioned Igbo people as their enemy. They equally called on the United States government and the international community to exert diplomatic pressure on Nigeria to end this cycle of selective justice and state-sponsored insecurity. Concerned Igbo ministers will not stand idly by while our kith and kin in Nigeria are hunted like animals. The time for political games is over. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. The security and survival of every Nigerian community, Yoruba, Igbo and beyond, depends on it. Biafra's light will continue to expose darkness. Justice delayed is justice denied, but justice for Nnamdi Kanu is peace for Nigeria, the Clerics added. So, there we say Jesus Christ is Lord, okay? Austin says Nnamdi Kanu is your God. Before Nnamdi Kanu, you have not heard about Governor Yerima and his attempt to Sharianize Nigeria. You have not heard about Zango Kataf crisis of 90s. You have not heard of Kano riots, Kaduna and Just crisis. You are joining hands with Yoruba to fight. You don't know Yoruba very well. Come and defend Southeast land first before you talk of Yoruba. Okay now. Jackie says nothing like Igbos join Yoruba to fight Fulanis. Yoruba should sort themselves out. They hate the Igbos with passion. That's a lie. Jackie. That is a lie. You hate each other with passion, but every AK market day, Igbos are marrying Yorubas. You know how many Igbos are marrying Yoruba on a daily basis? Which hate each other with passion. I mean, that's a lie. Yeah, you know it's a lie. But Lester says in Igbo land, we hardly hear an Igbo king or Eze kidnapped and killed by Fulani bandits. It is unheard of in the East. Lester says Tinubu is a Yoruba man, is the president of Nigeria, yet the situation is so terrible in Yoruba land. How then will it look like when Tinubu leaves power? Now that Fulani has surrounded these idiots and pigs in the southwest. Who are idiots and pigs? Your family members. Gege. Fafel says, who are the leaders, the president? Are they still leading the country? Brigade president. Fafel says, for them that have ears, let them hear. May the soul of the Oba, RIP, and may God give the bereaved family fortitude to bear the loss. Amen. My listeners, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.